are getting started with our mat class. So I'm going to head over to the mat and find a comfortable position to begin with my breathing. You can lay on your back, you can lay on your side, you can hug your knees into your chest, or you can even fold forward over your knees into your shell stretch to start. And go ahead and stretch your arms up over your head, sink your hips into your heels. Begin with a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, pull your belly button deep into the center of your stomach and allow yourself to melt down to your mat or the floor, wherever you are at. Just feel your body grow heavy into the surface that you're sitting or lying on. And begin with a nice deep set of inhales and exhales. Let your rib cage open up nice and wide. Good morning. It is Thursday and we are getting started with our mat class. So I'm going to head over to the mat and find a comfortable position to begin with my breathing. You can lay on your back, you can lay on your side, you can hug your knees into your chest, or you can even fold forward over your knees into your shell stretch to start. And go ahead and stretch your arms up over your head, sink your hips into your heels. Begin with a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, pull your belly button deep into the center of your stomach and allow yourself to melt down to your mat or the floor, wherever you are at. Just feel your body grow heavy into the surface that you're sitting or lying on. And begin with a nice deep set of inhales and exhales. Let your rib cage open up nice and wide to the side and out to the back of your body as you take that air down to the deepest and lowest lobes of your lungs. And send that air back out. As you draw in through your nose and exhale out through your mouth, find yourself relaxing into your posture, creating a heaviness in your body that allows you to fully relax into the floor, creating a mindfulness of the air coming in and the air going out, and focusing your attention into your body, what's feeling really good this morning, and what you might like to see change by the time we finish up today. And you draw those inhales in, and you exhale those exhales out. And you'll start to feel yourself warm up from the inside out, feeling the sensations of opening, the pelvic floor lifting, some of your muscle tension around your head and your neck and your shoulders releasing. Your focus coming into yourself and leaving all the other distractions aside just for this short period of time today. And then let's go ahead and take a couple more inhale, exhales as we feel the rhythm of our breath slowly set in. And after this last inhale, exhale, let's come up onto our hands and knees here into our tabletop position so that your hands are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. Your elbows are soft, slightly melted. Your head is up on your spine. You're looking down at your fingertips. And your belly button is supported. And as you continue through your breath, I want you to round out your spine, let your head hang down, separating through the shoulder blade area. And then exhale back out, sending your sit bones away from you, bringing your shoulder blades together and bringing your head back up on your spine. So we're going to round to our cat, and we're going to lengthen to our cow. And we're going to warm up in this tabletop position, essentially going from an imprinted cat, ribs to hips, belly button draws in, to a neutral cow with a little tiny little arch in your low back. So you round and scoop and open up through the whole back side of your body, and then we lengthen back out. And continue your pattern of breathing that we started off with just a few minutes ago. Find yourself warming up, moving through your hips, your low back, your shoulder girdle, your neck and your head. And from here, just bring your hand a little bit forward and rock your hips down towards the mat, opening up the front side of your body. And then sway your weight back to your heels, hips to heels, as you rock forward to open the front of your body. Watch that you don't overextend at your head and neck. And then rock back to open the back lines of your body from your sit bones to your fingertips. Feel yourself stretching along the lines of your body that attach various muscle groups on the front surface and the back surface of you. So we're thinking about not isolating one muscle group or one body area right now, but we're thinking about the connectedness of the muscles that all run up one surface now being the front, and all the muscles that run up one surface now being the back. And so when you come up to your hands and knees again, you're going to shift your hips and your weight over to the right side of your mat, really reaching to the edges. And now we're lengthening the right line of your side body. And then we come on over to the left with our hips, and we're lengthening the left line of your side body. So again, thinking about muscles and their connectedness as groups, because they really don't function independent of each other. They come in units. And so we want to stretch and lengthen them as a group so the collective whole feels more flexible, thinking of body surfaces as opposed to individual body areas. Beautiful. And from here, we're going to go ahead and lift one leg straight back and bring it in and alternate. Really reach through the length of your leg. So lots of long lines in Pilates, lots of thinking about lengthening. It's not so much about how fast you go or how heavy you make the weight or even how many repetitions that you do something. Your thoughts are going to focus on lengthening, finding energy through your limbs so that you're extending or reaching to its greatest potential, but not doing so in such a way that you cheat and or compensate and find movement somewhere that you're not looking for it. So think about length as you add an arm, not worrying so much about height, but stretching from one end of a limb to the other. Working within the framework of your body's length and potential. Everybody will look different doing this, but you're reaching out with what you have available to you. Couple more. Good. Let's turn over here. We're going to go to our back. We're going to grab our foam roller. We're going to go right into using our foam roller at the base of your low back. I want you to come on up, hold on to your head here, and slowly roll just below your rib angles on your back, up the length of your spine, rolling one vertebrae at a time. Support your head with your hands and use your strength in your abdominals and your glutes to keep you lifted, and slowly work up the length of your spine. And work up just to the tops of your shoulder blades. We don't want to go onto your neck. And then let's slowly work our way back down. So you may feel some little crackles or hear some sort of Rice Krispie-ish kind of sound, some pops. But it should feel sort of the good bad feel, sort of soothing, maybe a little tender. If it's not feeling that way, don't push it, okay? Stay in a comfortable area, or if this isn't feeling right for you, just hang on and hang tight for us. We're almost done here. But we're working on a little bit of mobility up that back line of our body that I was talking about. So not a specific muscle group, but just globally the muscles that run up the back of your body, from hips to shoulder blades. And as we come down, I'm going to take the roller lengthwise and put it up underneath my tailbone, lay down over the roller. I'm going to grab my bands here. If you have weights, you can use weights. If you have a band, great. And if not, don't worry about it. Just use your hands. So we've loosened up our mid-back a little bit. We've mobilized some of the bones a little in theory, and we've loosened up some tissues. Now let's go ahead and take our band up to the ceiling. Thumbs pointed in. Give a little pull out to the band and then punch up. And then let your blades come back down. So line up your hips and your knees and your ankles. Give a little pull on the band and punch and release. And when you punch, you're driving from your underarms. You're feeling effort coming along the rib cage, right at your underarms. So it's not just a chest punch. Put your brain into the side of your underarms and scoop to lift. Pull, scoop, and lift. Stay neutral on the roller. You should feel your tailbone heavy and your rib cage melted. Shoulder blades come apart and together. Scoop to come apart, back together. And let's go 4. And when you scoop and reach 3, you'll feel that mid-back press into the roller. It's like a little overpressure there. 2 and 1. From here, same position with your hands. Just pull across your chest and back up to the top. So you're pulling apart and together. The blades wrap around the dome of the foam and back together. So as your hands and your blades are doing opposites. As your hands come apart, your blades come together. As your hands come together, your blades go apart. But feel the feels between your shoulder blades. This is not all driven through your hands. The actual effort is coming from between the blades. And let's go 3. Hold still on the roller. 2 and 1. And now we'll crisscross. So you're still thumbs in, 1 high and 1 low. And switch. Crisscross. Make an X across your chest. Open, feel those blades moving. Again, you should have sensations between your mid-back, that area between your shoulder blades, and the dome of the foam roller. Hold your body still. Eyes straight up at the ceiling. Exhale. One more time. Crisscross your chest. Excellent. Very good. Let's go ahead and set that aside for a minute. So that little series that we were just working on, and we're going to go ahead with arm circles, is really good. We're going to come up thumbs, open palms, and exhale, circle. Pull the pinky side of your hand around. This whole series that we've just worked on right now is to address things like upper back and neck pain or stiffness, feeling like your posture may be less than you'd like it to be if you've been sitting in a slump posture, sitting in front of screens, driving a lot, even looking to your phone because you're working mobily. You want to make sure that you are strengthening this area between your shoulder blades. Good, let's reverse them. Palms up. And exhale, pull your pinkies down. These are the exercises. These are the sensations that you want to feel to improve the posture, to work on what we would call the core of your upper body. So the same that you would work your abs and glutes to stay strong for your low back and legs. One more. You want to work your shoulder muscles around your shoulder blades. Very good. To stabilize your head, neck, and arms. Excellent. So we're here. I want you to work on your chin nod. Okay? You're going to nod and bring your chin towards your chest and then release back out. Your eyes are straight up at the ceiling. They come down 2 inches. They come back out. Nothing changes in the rest of your body. Your sensation is right here where the head attaches to the neck so that you feel a lengthening as you nod. Release out to neutral. Nod and neutral. And what is neutral? It's literally when your eyes are straight up, or if you're seated, they're on the horizon. You shouldn't be looking behind you or in front of you. You should be looking right out on the horizon. And let's go 2. And let's one more. Good. And then you're going to come back out to your neutral. Very good. I want you to just come on up off the roller here. Set that aside for a minute. And we're going to go ahead and begin with our workout. So we're going to meet up on our mat with your feet hip distance apart, lined up with your sit bones. I want your hands along the side of your body. You're going to find your neutral spine here. Very good. And I want you from here to reach your arms up off the mat a couple inches. Set down with your shoulder blades so that you feel this sensation along your rib cage and your underarms. And as you do that, we're going to nod to lift and reach and come back down. Nod, lift and reach and come back down. Now continue on. Maintain neutral. So when you come up, you're not going to fold so far forward that you feel your low back flatten to the mat. And slide the ribs to hips. Feel those obliques. Feel the lats under your underarms. We talked about muscle connectivity. These are muscle groups that attach along the lines and body surfaces. So as you activate one, the other is going to naturally kick in. Be mindful of it and work them as a team instead of individuals. And reach. And reach. Good. Come on back down. Let yourself relax back to the mat. Find your neutral here. Press back. Let's do just a few imprinting releases here. As we go to begin activities with our legs in the air, I want you to feel strong in your imprint. And again, put your mind along the sides and even towards the back angles of your rib cage. Imprint doesn't just happen right up in front. It's over here where your obliques are. We imprint and release for 3 and 2 and 1. Now hold your imprint and bring one leg up. Hold steady and bring the other. So now you are contained in this imprint. Your inner thighs are connected. You're going to reach your hands to your side. Let's fold forward and begin with your 100. And it's in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and X, 2, 3, 4, 10. And in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and reach, 2, 3, 4, 20. Come up a little higher. And out, 2, 3, 4, 30. Reach through your underarms and out, 2, 3, 4, 40. Inner thighs. And length, 2, 3, 4, 50. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 60. Come up a little higher. Think your underarms.
Out, 2, 3, 4, 70. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, X, 2, 3, 4, 80. Inner thighs. Keep reaching. Out, 2, 3, 4, 90. Last 10. And out, 2, 3, 4, 100. Bring your knees in, but stay here. Whether your head is up or down. As you reach through your fingertips long to the opposite wall, I want you to feel your underarms like there's strings under them pulling down and your rib cage connecting to your hips. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep reaching. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your head down. Hug your knees into your chest. You can roll through your spine and pelvis a little bit in your low back. Go clockwise and counterclockwise. Set one foot down at a time because you're supposed to still be imprinted here till your feet both hit the mat, and then we release out to neutral. Good job. So don't rush through those transitions either. Even if I get ahead of you, don't feel pressured to keep up with the pace and let yourself sort of skip important technique pieces. Okay, so we're on our stomach and we're stretched out nice and long. Okay, so here we're back at length again. So your hip bones are in the floor, your belly button's lifted a little bit for some support, and you have lots of long reaching energy through your legs. So you should feel muscles, even though we haven't moved an inch yet, right now, you should feel muscles in your legs firing. You should feel your hamstrings and your calves and your front of your thighs, your quads, working to reach your legs longer. From here, with your hands out at the side of the mat, I want you to press up to your bottom rib angle. Keep your head on your spine. Come back down to hover. Inhale, up to hover. Inhale. Good. Now keep your head on your spine. So you're not coming up that far. We're only going into the mid-back right now. Your low back should feel no tension or pressure because your hip bones are pushed into the floor and your abs are lifted. For 3, and 2, and 1. Excellent. Now go ahead from here and keep your elbows bent and lift your hands from the floor. So you're maintaining your hover. Your elbows come out to the side. Goalpost arms. Your body isn't lifting and lower. Straight line hover. Chin tucked in. Move from your blades. Squeeze to lift. And 3, and 2, and 1. And from here, push back through your hands. Bring your hips to your heels. Reach out now. So here's your length through your shoulders. So as you're behind in weight, go back behind you to your heels. Your fingertips go as high over your head as you can stretch as you melt your body into your hips and legs. So really reach away. Your arms should be active right now. Even though we're not moving, there should be energy going out through your fingertips. Take your inhales and exhales. So it's these concepts that you can use that don't have to take really fancy or heavily choreographed movements for you to start activating muscle groups even when we're doing things that seem sort of easy or simple. Reach away. Excellent. 2 more. And then let's come on back up. So I'm going to have you grab your band again. And I want you to sit up. And you're going to, if you have a band, great. If you have weights, great. If you don't, just use your hands. We're going to go into our mummy arms. So real simple. Normally we'd have our hands out in front of us. This time we're thumbs in, a little outward pull on the band. We're going to roll back. Just your low back. You're going to rock forward and reach. Here we go again with the reaching. nose to knees. You're going to roll back again. So we don't stack up tall to sitting. We're rolling forward and back, stabilizing our arms, rolling back and forth. When I say stabilize, lift them, pull down on your underarms. So you have a set of mummy arms out in front of you. They're holding tension either with weights or with a band in your hands, and you're rocking back and forth like you're the bottom of a rocking chair. Set them up, pull those underarms down. Rock it back and forth, arms to mummy, and roll it back and reach it forth. Now let's go ahead and roll it all the way down and stretch out through your arms and legs so that your heels are out at the end of your mat and your hands are overhead, hanging on to that set of balls or band, a little outward pressure. You're going to reach to the ceiling. We're going to nod forward, fold in half, pull your belly button in, and then roll your way back down nice and slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Hands come overhead. Little outward pull on your band. Nod, scoop, lift and fold to reach, and roll it back down. So it's adding just a small prop, like a band or a set of small hand weights, 1 to 2 pounds, nothing too heavy, that will begin to activate your upper body even when we're doing an exercise that doesn't typically focus on upper body. And head comes down. And again, reach. Pull apart on that band. Come on down. Last time. Nod your chin. Scoop, peel, lift to full. And then from here, just stack up tall to sitting. All right, so we are here. I'm going to have you put that band around your feet. Now you're up on your sit bones. We're going to pull and turn and come to center. Now, if you, again, don't have a band, just go ahead and use a small weight, a water bottle, whatever you have around. And if not, just follow through with your arm and hand, the movements. You don't need the resistance for this to be a successful exercise. Stay tall. Twist to pull. Shoulder blades come in towards the spine. Good. Stay up on those sit bones, chest bones lifted to the ceiling. Each one gets an exhale. Good. Last one. All right. Criss-cross. Up tall, 2 elbows back. Sit straight. Good. Stay tall. And let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Uncross your elbows. So you're going to hang on here. We're now going to go ahead and roll back. And you're going to go ahead and pull out wide. Straight arms, pinky leads out to the side. Stay scooped and rounded in your low back for 4, 3, 2, and 1. As your hands come forward, fold and reach to your toes like we started. Stack up nice and tall. Excellent. Now you're going to go ahead and roll back. And you're going to pull your hands here towards your, just under your, well, just above your belly button. And we're going to turn and open and center. And turn and open for a hug and center. So scoop your abs, turn, open, scoop it here, turn, open for a hug. Now if the open's hard, just turn, center, center. Last time, open for a hug, keep those underarms activated, pull down on your lats, And now fold forward and reach over your legs and thighs to your toes and stack up nice and tall. Very good. Let's go ahead from here. Keep the band around one foot. Stretch out the other leg. Okay, so here we are. We have this straight band here. Let's let this leg fall out to the side and come together and fall out. So you're holding the band with two hands in the center. You're opening up to a half of a scissor or a half of a V. Stretch the inner thigh, come together. On the opposite side, you're staying nice and steady so your hip bones are still pushed up to the ceiling. You're not tipping over with that leg as you go to the side. And point that left foot out. Lots of energy through that leg that's on the floor. For 3 and 2 and 1. Very good. Go ahead and switch feet. Wrap it around your left foot, the sole of your foot. Grab a hold. Stretch out through the length of your right leg. Point your toe. And then from here, let the left leg fall out to the side and center. So the bottom leg is pointed, lots of energy, top leg 2, and then you let it fall out with the band. Remain neutral here. So when the left leg falls out, don't let that right leg or low back twist over to the side. Stay grounded through your sacrum, your tailbone. And let's go 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come back to your center. Hang on to your band. Now you can use a towel or a belt or anything else you have handy here to simulate this band. So from here we have both feet in. You're going to hold your hands at your side. We're going to imprint your spine, okay? And I want you to work on this concept of long and bent. Press it out and pull it in. Now we did this 2 days ago, but we had our hands in our low back. And so this is just a small progression of this because we have the help of the band to reach to imprint and pull it in. And reach to imprint and pull it in. So you're imprinted throughout right now, and the band just gives you a little support, sort of like your hands did when they were in the small of your back. So if you don't have a band or you want a little more help, go ahead and put your hands back into the small of your back. Now reach. And we're going to lower and lift our legs and bump it up. So we lower, lift, bump it up. Lower, lift, and bump. Good. Use the band to help you. Stay imprinted, bump it up. We lower, straight legs, hinge, and lift. For 3, 2, and 1. Good. Very good. Let's just put that band aside. Let's give our knees a hug into our chest. And then let's roll onto our sides, and we can stretch out into side line here. Let's go ahead and bring our top leg bent up behind our bottom leg and begin with lifting our bottom leg. And this bottom leg is straight and strong, and our upper body is stretched out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Stretch out the top leg. So now you're one long line from the tips of your toes to your fingertips of the arm above your head. And from here, bring your leg up, kick it forward, point it back. Kick it forward for 2, point it back for 1. Now you can stabilize with your free arm, bent elbow on the mat, pull down on your underarms so you're not eating your shoulder here and point it out. Bottom leg has energy the whole way. Think of those long lines, arms reaching up. Lots of energy. Last 2. And 1. This time bring the leg in front of the bottom leg. Okay, so now we're stretched out and we're lifting the bottom leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Stretch it out again. Excellent. So we're going to point that top leg and we're going to turn our toe to the floor. We're going to lower and lift with this turn down toe. Good. Reach through that top leg. Turn down toe. You can put your hand high on your hip if you want to feel that muscle working. Good. You're going to give it a little hold at the top. Draw in your abdominals. Shrink wrap your waistline for 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Bring both legs together and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, let's switch it up. Let's go to the other side. Stretch it out nice and long, and we'll do all the same great stuff for the opposite legs. Okay, so first we go behind the bottom leg. We really point this bottom leg, open up the top hip, and we lift. 2, 3, stretch it out. 4, 5, 6, 7, shrink wrap that waistline. 8, 9, and 10. Now let's stack it up. Straighten it all out before we go to do anything. Top leg comes up. We come 2 forward and 1 back. Bottom leg is long. 2 forward, 1 back. Pulse, pulse. Press it back. Hold still here. Bottom arm reaches. Stabilize with the top arm. Take your time. 2 more. Pulse, pulse. Point it back. Pulse, pulse. Point it back. Good. Top leg comes in front of bottom leg. Stretch it out. Open through the front of this hip. And lift. 2, 3. Toes are flexed. 4, 5. Shrink wrap the waistline. 6. Look out in front of you. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stack them up. Squeeze those inner thighs and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Roll it to your stomach. Go straight to your stomach from here. Very good. Let's go ahead. Put our hands one on top of the other. We're going to point, flex, point it out. Point, flex, point it out. So support your belly button, point it out, and push your hip bones into the floor. Again, energy. Even in the non-working leg, you should be reaching through your toes here to stretch it out. That's where we get long in Pilates. It's not always the part that has the intention. Sometimes it's the seemingly resting side that's doing the good lengthening work while the opposite side is moving. Stretch it out. So both legs are working the whole time. It's just one gets to do the fun choreography. And switch. One more time. And switch. And switch. Good. You're going to return to a flat position and turn your head to either side. Stack your hands up one on top of the other in your low back. And what we're going to do here is you're going to give a double pulse, pulling the heels in. And then as you reach your legs out, you're going to reach your arms, lift your head, look to your center,
and switch. That's it. It's a pulse, pulse, lift to reach, pulse, pulse, look and reach. Look and reach. And you alternate your head. Turn to the left, center, right, and center. Left, center, right, and reach. One more time. And reach, and reach. And come on back down. Bring your hands down to the mat. Stretch out those legs. Lots of energy here. Both legs, and lift to swan dive. And back down. If you want to really have a lot of energy through the legs, keep the feet just gently suspended off the floor and point. Inhale. Exhale. Walk your hands in and out based on what your body is going to give you to extend. And down. And down. 2 more. Lift. Good. And lift. Brilliant. Go ahead and push back. Bring your hips to your heels. Draw your belly button in. Reach those fingertips. So again, as the weight of your body sits back towards your heels, you're going to stretch with every bit you have into your fingertips over your head. Let yourself sink into those hips. Grow heavy into the ground. Take your inhales and exhales in through your nose, out through your mouth. Open up through the back and the sides of your rib cage as you breathe. One more good breath here. Excellent. And then we're going to come on back up. Let's go to our hands and knees one more time here today. You're going to curl your toes up underneath you. So this is something that I want you to give a try. If curling toes feels very stiff or painful, then you don't have to do that, okay? Give it a try if you can, but don't push through discomfort if it's there. Okay, so from here, I want you to come up and hover, and then set your knees down. So elbows under shoulders, hands under shoulders as well. Soft elbows, we lift and lower and lift and lower. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Let's come down to our forearms. Okay? We're going to keep a nice straight back here. We're on our forearms. Your hands are out in front of you. You're going to shoot your legs out. Touch, out. Keep your head on your spine. Should be probably looking about mid-forearm or wrist. Touch and go. 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 And go. 4 more. For 4, 3, lift your abs. 2, and 1. Very good. Set your knees down. Bring your hands up underneath you. Good. Let's go ahead and crisscross at our ankles. And you're going to begin with some knee push-ups. So we're going to let our elbows go wide and press up. Squeeze your inner thighs. Shoulder blades together and apart. Together and apart. Bring your hips and butt with you. Low to the floor. Your chest comes down with your hips and back up. Feet are up in the air. Good. Hips come with. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Unhook your feet. Back into our starting position. We're going to be up on our shoulders again. So we're just going to lift, touch, lift, touch. Pull down on your underarms. Touch, lift, touch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up. Okay, so this is feeling sort of yoga-ish. We're in this down dog.
I want you to alternate knee bends and switch. Get your heel down on the straight leg and switch and switch. Good. Perfect. Stretch out those calves. Take the weight through your arms and shoulders. Let your head hang down. Pull up on your belly button. And drop the heel. One more. And drop. Good. Now walk your feet in. And walk your feet out. To a plank. And walk your feet in. And walk your feet out. To our plank. Walk it out to your plank. 2 more. Take a break if you need it. There's no shame. It's a lot of up on our arms. Walk it out. Down 1 more time. Now walk it all the way in. Fold forward. Pull your belly button in. Let your head hang down. I want you to go arm over arm, like genies, and let yourself hang here. Straight legs. Okay, don't lock them out. Soft knees a little bit. Belly button up and in. Your head is looking through your thighs, but I want you to stack your arms and let them hang. Okay, and feel the separation going on your chest wall between your shoulder blades. Let them hang. See if you can get any more length down the back of your legs. So now we are stretching literally from the soles of your feet, up the back of your heels and Achilles, calves, hamstrings, glutes, up your back, and down over the top of your head to your forehead. Literally from top to bottom, or bottom to top. Excellent. I want you to step your hands out in front of you. Come back to our push-up pose. Let's do 1. You can do them from your knees too. 2, 3. Walk your hands back this time. Okay? Now this time, you're going to hang and peel yourself up to standing. So now we're getting back into more traditional Pilates push-ups. Okay, so for those of you who are familiar with this, you know we're going to peel like we're on an imaginary wall here. We're going to peel our head, neck, shoulders, mid, lower back, and glutes to the floor. Get as close to touching as you possibly can. If you can't, bend your knees a little bit, and then you're going to step your hands out. 1, 2, 3 to your plank. If you need to come to knees for push-ups, that's great. If not, stay up, head on spine. For 1, 2, 3. Now you walk your hands back to this hanging position. Again, if you have to bend your knees a little bit, fine. If not, reach. And peel yourself up the wall the same way you roll down. Grab an inhale and an exhale, and then peel down again. Head, neck, shoulders, mid-back, low back, glutes. Come to the floor. Walk your hands out. 1, 2, 3 to your plank or your knees. And come down. Keep your head up. 2, 3. Walk it back. 2, 3. Hang and peel it up. Very good. From here, I want you to go to 1 foot and balance. Opposite foot out in front of you. Find something on the wall to stare at. Knee high. You can have your hands on your hips, at your sides,
out at the sides to balance with. And let's count it down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I moved my eyes and look what happened. Let's switch sides. Stand on your right side. Left out in front of you. Think about your leg, your right leg, as a tree trunk. Ground yourself to the floor. Find something to look at. Work through your glute. Good. Stay tall and lifted through your chest. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set that foot down. One more time. We're on the wall. Peel it down. If you need to bend a little to get to the floor, that's totally fine. And let's reach 2, 3. Knees or feet push-ups. Keep your head up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Walk it back. 2, 3. Peel it up. You're folded in half. And then slowly come up. Keep your belly button pulled in. And come up nice and slowly to standing. And then I'm going to have you step a leg forward. And come down to kneeling. So your hip is over your knee. Turn your back toes in. You're going to scoop up your belly button and engage through your cheek as you lean forward. And then reach out over your head to the left side. Squeeze to hold. Belly button's firm. Cheek is pulled up underneath you. Stay tall through your chest and lean into that right hip. Slowly bring yourself back from that forward lean. Switch out your legs. Now you have your right foot forward, your left toe is turned in. Go ahead and squeeze that cheek on the left side up underneath you. Belly button is firm, and reach out over your head. And lean in. Keep your chest up. You don't want to find yourself leaning forward. Stay tall, stay lifted. Scoop up and lean. One more here. Come on back. Bring that knee back up underneath you. Let's go to the floor, all the way to flat. You're going to grab your right foot and pull your heel to your bottom and press your right hip crease into the floor. So we're finishing up today focusing on lengthening the front line of our body, our hip flexors and our quads, our abdominals and our chest. So you're thinking about everything that runs down basically from your eyebrows, the front of your body, to the very tops of your feet and toes. Good. And then go ahead and switch sides. Pull your left heel, turn your head, press that left hip crease into the floor. Now remember, still energy in the opposite leg. We're always working. Reaching through the leg, pull that heel in even closer to your tush. Keep your belly button firm for a little low back support. One more inhale and exhale here. Great, just stretch that leg out. Bring your feet up underneath you. Push back. And last time here, let's go with a wide open hip stretch. Sink into your shoulders and chest. Reach as
far as you can out in front of you. See if you can get your hips to your heels and your forehead to the floor. So we've gone full circle. I'm pretty sure a lot's changed in the last 50 minutes here. Feel good about all the hard work you did and the changes that you've made, even the very subtle ones that might not even be so obvious right now, but will occur over today and tomorrow and through the next week or weeks. You can always note the things that you still want to improve on, but make sure that before you focus on what it is that you might want to change or improve on, give yourself the chance to enjoy at least 2 or 3 good things that you're finding positive about what you're doing here.